everyone. Leroy Jenkins. We're back again as always. Woo! So welcome back.
Jet selected, so you might want to go down.
I will. I promise I will. So we're going to be watching more Avatar: The Last Airbender. We are on season 1 or book 1,
and chapter 12, the storm.
The storm.
Storm Akima.
Woohoo! So we have Storm Akima. We have Ebaz and Nack. And we're going to be watching some more Avatar. We're excited. We watched The Great Divide last time. A few people told us to skip it, and I understand why, but it's still good. It has some character development in it. It was entertaining. It's a filler, but
otherwise people might get mad at us, and I'm pretty sure more people would get mad at us than.
And it was fun. We have fun hanging out as a family and watching Avatar, because any excuse to watch Avatar is awesome.
It would be weird if we just went from 10 to 12 really quickly.
Yeah, so what happened though? They didn't even cross the canyon yet. Not that you really ever hear about it again, but yeah. So Appa was cool to fly across all those sick people, so they were out of the way, and then the two tribes that were fighting are now out of truce, or it's kind of together and happy-go-lucky at the end because of Avatar. Aang's great wisdom and
he isn't really that
and line. He's still the Avatar, but he's not a full Avatar yet. He doesn't have all the elements yet. But yeah, so it was a very interesting, entertaining episode. The spider things were creepy.
Well, they're still alive. They just go by like their normal name, and then they can go by Avatar.
Once they completed all the elements.
And usually once they die, they go by like Avatar Aang, Avatar Roku, so on.
Mm-hmm. And some of the respectful people, though, still call Aang by Avatar Aang. So the spider things were kind of creepy. So what did we learn last episode? That you listen to your guide, you don't bring food in, and you don't want to lie. I know Aang, but I know why he did it.
It's okay to lie in the right situation.
Yes, if you're Aang, it's okay. No,
if you're the Avatar, it's okay to lie.
With certain things to make it right, I guess, but it's not always good to lie. But yeah, that he was trying to make a truce and make these tribes get together and have a truce. So, but very interesting. So we're going to be getting into the storm. So shall we watch? And then the storm.
Akima.
I think I just exploded the mind of Ebaz.
Oh no! Wake up, Ebaz!
I'm alive.
That's a fancy way of flying. Oh, look, now he's an airbender. How cool is that?
He's an airbender.
I can already tell the animation's awesome in this one.
What?
You are lonely.
Why did you disappear?
Gotcha.
I didn't mean to.
We need you. We need you. We need you.
What's
Did you see Roku?
Did we get captured again?
I think I just need some rest.
You guys want to hear about my dream? That's okay. I didn't want to talk about it.
You are lonely.
Because we're out of food.
Guys, wait.
Appa's nice to do
This
that.
was in my
His
dream.
tail to
We
help her
shouldn't
up.
go to the market.
What happened in your dream?
Food eats people. Also, Momo could talk. You said some very unkind things.
Stop cursing.
There's a storm coming. A big one.
You're out of your mind, Uncle. The weather's perfect. There's not a cloud in sight. The safety of the crew doesn't matter. Finding the Avatar is far more important than any individual's safety.
Okay, what should you say?
Don't be such a jerk.
I don't know if I like the sound of that swishing.
Ah!
Oh, Sokka gets it.
Sure.
That's not nice.
Now what are
It's
we
funny
supposed
that-
to do?
You could get a job, smart guy.
We shouldn't go out there. My joints say there's going to be a storm. A bad one.
I'll go.
You're hired.
Just like that.
What? You said get a job. And he's paying double.
Double? Who told you that nonsense?
You?
Word of mouth. You can't always go by it. Just saying.
You better learn some respect, or I will teach it to you.
What do you know about respect?
Excuse
The way you talk to everyone around here, from your hardworking crew to your esteemed uncle, shows you know nothing about respect. What should I expect from a spoiled prince?
Ooh, wrong words. There you go.
Spoiled, eh?
Easy
His
now.
father gave him that scar.
Iroh's so good. He's a good
such a
mentor.
nice person.
Yeah.
You're the Avatar, ain't you?
That's right.
You turned your back on the world.
Don't yell at him. Aang would never turn his back on anyone. It's not his fault he disappeared, right, Aang?
Aw, he's backing
Aang,
up.
what's wrong?
Ooh, he's not telling him something.
You're such a piece of crud.
That's right. Keep flying.
You're a horrible old man.
Katara was awesome for sticking up for him.
Yep, cripple wheels.
Alpha, yep.
The animation's really good in this episode, just saying. Appa.
I'm gonna try to get a little fire.
He's so mad, poor guy.
I'll never forget the day the monks told me I was the Avatar. First, you form the ball. Then you gotta get on quick. Yeah! Quick, get on!
Have a sense of
You
balance.
kinda have to balance on it like it's a top.
Man, that's hard.
You chose them from among thousands of toys, Aang. The toys you picked were the 4 Avatar relics. These items belong to Avatar's past.
I just chose them because they seem fun.
You chose them because they were familiar.
I fear that war may be upon us, young Avatar.
We need you, Aang.
No pressure.
So we're having exposition for both of the characters.
Aww. So this is gonna be an important scene.
Prince Zuko, what's wrong?
I want to go into the war chamber, but the guard won't let me pass. If I'm going to rule this nation one day, don't you think I need to start learning as much as I can?
He looks less menacing.
Very well. What better to use as bait than fresh meat?
You can't sacrifice an entire division like that. Those soldiers love and defend our nation. How can you betray them?
You aren't supposed
Zuko
to
was
talk.
right, you see.
Now that you're the Avatar, it's kind of an unfair advantage for whichever team you're on. But I'm still the same. Nothing's changed. So what? I can't play? That's the only fair way. Oh,
But he hasn't learned anything
okay.
yet.
Now who wants to have Jinju on their team?
Oh, poor guy.
He said that Prince Zuko's challenge of the general was an act of complete disrespect.
Agni Kai, a fire duel.
That's right. He was surprised to see it was not the general. Zuko had spoken out against the general's plan, but by doing so in the Fire Lord's war room, it was the Fire Lord whom he had disrespected. Zuko would have to duel his own father.
And he got the scar.
Just when I was starting to feel better.
All I want is what is best for him.
But what we need is what's best for the world. The Avatar will be sent away to the Eastern Air Temple to complete his training.
That's hard.
Son,
Because Gas was like his father, kind of, you know.
They wanted to take away everything I knew and everyone I loved.
No, the fire!
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Thank
I
God.
get so mad.
Mm-hmm.
You have a right to be angry after the month sent you away like that.
Aang?
He reads very quickly. Just,
I never saw
Oh,
you.
I know.
Next thing I knew, I was waking up in your arms after you found me in the iceberg. You don't know what would have the world needed me and I wasn't there to help. Aang, Fisherman was right. I did turn my back on the world. I think it was meant to be. If you had stayed, you would have been killed along with all the other airbenders.
That is-
You don't know that. I know it's meant to be this way.
Aww.
When Prince Zuko saw that it was his father who had come to duel him, he begged for mercy. You will fight for your honor.
I meant you no disrespect. I am your loyal son.
Rise and fight, Prince Zuko, and suffering will be your teacher. I looked
you're
away.
such a piece of crud. His sister. Such a piece. Oh, look, and he's smiling too.
He's looking away. Yeah.
Yeah, but the two older guys.
Zuko had shown shameful weakness. As punishment,
He was kind,
banished
and
sent to
that's
capture
why
the
he's so
Avatar.
harsh now.
Only then could he return with his honor.
Capturing the Avatar is the only chance he has of things returning to normal.
The Avatar gives Zuko hope.
That's better.
Oh, please, help! They're caught out at sea.
I'm going to find them. I'm going with you.
I'm staying here.
That's awesome.
We'll be back soon.
He's helping the guy.
Just one person.
Lightning bending.
So suddenly it becomes a Pikachu.
He really helped him out. Yeah, he beat Pikachu. Aw. Hey, Zuko. Nice. Good move. That was so cool. That was cool.
Let him go. We need to get this ship to safety.
Then we must head directly into the eye of the storm.
Oh, like that storm.
That's adorable.
That's a huge tow wave. Rogue
Run,
wave.
Force, run.
Rogue wave.
It's happening all over again.
No, your friends are there. You gotta do something.
Well, not the fisherman, but
Freeze yourself again. Oh.
air bubble. That's why he was unaffected and not frozen.
I'm sorry.
Your apology is accepted.
What's it got? Whistle.
Mm.
Oh, hello.
Unspoken words right there.
Shivers down your spine.
You're alive. You owe this boy an apology.
He doesn't have to apologize.
Oh, what if instead of an apology, I give him a free fish and we call it even?
Actually, I don't eat meat.
Fish ain't meat.
Seriously? You're still gonna pay me, right?
Katara, I think you were right
Piece
before.
of fish.
I'm done dwelling on the
That
past.
smells not bad.
Really? I don't think you're gonna have those nightmares anymore.
Just I'm holding
If you weren't here now, well, I guess I wouldn't be either. Thank you for saving my life, Avatar.
Aw. Happy.
I knew there had to be something wrong.
You gotta get wet again. They're like, we're probably
They
dry.
can't do small.
I know we had a lot to talk about before, and I forgot because it's been so long before since we've seen this series, but this was a really good episode. And I was like, oh yeah, the storm. Remember the guy in Sokka? Yeah. And Sokka was like, all right, he got the job and he was fishing and whatever, and there's a big storm.
Pigs
and-
and fish.
But they had a
doesn't
lot
make
of
any
history there. They had a lot of backstory there. So we learned a
Yeah.
lot about Zuko.
Exposition.
Yes, and we learned a lot about Zuko. So my heart went out to him, and that was. I mean, what do you guys think? Like he spoke out of turn because he wanted to see what a war meeting was like, and Zuko didn't like how that meeting was going. He's like, no,
The way
he goes,
he-
there's still Fire Nation,
He was
and
being kind and
Yeah.
being and thinking more than just himself. About more than just himself, and in the end, it made it so he's more of a selfish person. Well,
Yeah.
not really selfish,
selfless,
but a more
selfless.
selfless. He became more enraged than anything else.
Yeah, well, he
And
became
obsessed.
enraged after, like, that whole thing with his father with the Agni Kai, when he had a fight with fire, and he didn't want to because he didn't know he had a fight
Don't play
against his
with
father
fire unless you're
until
a fire
the
bender.
actual tournament or fight or whatever you want to call it, the Agni Kai. And
Whatever they call it.
yeah, and so many people there were smiling because Zuko kneeled and he respects his father and he loves his father, and it's not cowardly. Like he wasn't afraid. Well, he probably was afraid of him, but he was doing it out of respect.
would
Like
be.
he loves his father and he didn't want to attack his father. Like he was proud and ready to go after the general. He was ready to fight the general, no problem. And he only, not coward, I will call it not that, but he kneeled and started crying because it was his father that I think Zuko felt betrayed, because your own father goes after you in front of everyone to put you down, to fight you.
And then pretty much
to prove a
everyone,
point.
pretty much everyone liked it.
Yeah, and everyone liked it. Everyone smiled. Even his sister, which they, again, saw the series a long time ago when they were very little.
His
Yes.
sister is just a little, like,
I forgot that they showed her there.
hell spawn.
Yeah, so it
She
was
is
pretty
a
crazy.
household.
Poor Zuko. So that was very heartfelt. And it was neat hearing Aang's backstory, too. And I love how Katara stuck up for him in the beginning with the fisherman. That was cute.
This was pretty much the expositional.
It was really cool how he told his backstory. That's a lot of pressure for a 12-year-old, because you guys aren't even there yet. And can you imagine being told that, oh, you're the Avatar, and you have to save the world, and by the way, you have to learn all these elements, because there's a lot of bad things
Do
happening
you
right
want to know
now.
what I would say?
Well,
What's that?
I would say this. Quote. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Gyatso was kind of like his father because he was a good mentor and he was always with him, training him and teaching him wisdom. And can you imagine, like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, by the way, you're the Avatar, but we're going to have to also take you away from your parents, just so you have to be separated so you can learn how to be independent and learn, and you have to be able to train and learn and focus and not have to...
I just want to say something.
Yes.
About the Fire Lord.
Yes.
He's definitely going to the 9th circle of hell.
Oh, did you read Dante's Inferno?
No.
High-pitched voice? I was going to say, what? We discussed it a lot at work, but I'm very impressed that you even know
I'm
about
well
that. That's cool.
educated.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
He's
Okay,
been around
so...
for 1,000 years.
Yes, you have been. And again, they have their own characters and whole storyline that they came up with, which is really cool. So we'll do a video of that on probably our other channel.
Next week.
But yes, next week. Nack, you were saying, we were debating before, and I totally get what you're saying with Aang when you said that he already knows all the things he knew before he even knew he was the Avatar.
Just telling him that doesn't mean, like, he would
It
still
doesn't
have...
make him. It doesn't.
immediately makes him more powerful. No, he was already like that.
It's
Yes.
He didn't even
gradually more
change
powerful.
anything.
Yes, and I totally agree with that because right when everyone knew he was the Avatar, everyone was so intimidated they didn't want to actually like play with him anymore because he would win all the time. They're like, well, we can't play. So it was so unfair for Aang. But it's kind of like, in the beginning, before he was even told that he was the Avatar, like right before when he was playing with his friends with the airball that he made.
Literally like 5 minutes after that, everyone was like, no.
Yeah, but right before that, when he was doing the airball, and his friends try to do it, and that one friend like spun around and fell off. He goes, wow, that's actually really complicated. I can't even do that. So that kind of stumped his friends where they were like, how did you learn something so advanced so fast? So that was like kind of like a pre-up to knowing that he was the Avatar.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. So because of that, they already knew that he was more advanced, and that's why they were questioning
all of them
him.
learned it really quickly.
Probably not his friends so fast, but because there's time jumps, I'm sure, but he was the one who picked it up really fast, like, because he made it up, and no one else really caught on to that. But yeah, I agree, because he didn't change. He was still the same person. He didn't get superpowers, like, right at that moment when he was told he was the Avatar. We have a cat up there. but yeah, so it was pretty crazy. So it stinks, because being the Avatar isn't always great, because being a superhero, there's a lot of responsibility. And jokingly thinking of Marvel and Spider-Man and all that
Yes.
All of a sudden your life changes and you have a lot of things that you have to think about and care for. Another thing I want to bring up too is Zuko. How in the beginning of the episode he said that the crew doesn't matter. It's about getting the Avatar, honor, blah, blah, blah. Like, the Avatar is what matters the most. And his crew didn't like that. And being the leader, you don't want to talk down to your crew like that because you have to care for your people. If you don't care for your people, you won't have the respect. I mean, fear kind of, will give them respect to a certain extent, but you want people to stand by you.
Fear, you see, with, there are two ways to earn the trust of your crew. Well, not really the trust, but respect. One is to be very nice to them and kind and just being a likable person. But the other one is to enlist fear into them until they just think of you as this very powerful figure that
In
you
other
want
words,
to stand up to.
discipline them.
Discipline. But it's true. It's so true. And fear, fear definitely...
It works, but it's not
really
the best.
does work, but it's not the best because if something...
Not morally, at least.
Yeah, because in the bottom line, like, if worse comes to worse, if your life's in danger and it's your life, it just all depends. But you want to care for someone. You want someone to think they care for you, and I think that would go better, like Game of Thrones.
Having a good relationship with someone is better than just enlisting fear into them.
You gave it look like, what does that even mean?
So then if your life is on the line, then they will not care about you as much. But if you're their friend, then they're going to care about you a little bit more.
So Zuko showed at the end of the episode that he really does care for his crew, for his people, and he went out of the way to save them. during the big storm. And when Aang was present again afterwards, he wanted to get everyone to safety when they were still in the eye. So not really
Contradicting what he said before.
Yeah, so he really owned it up, and he's like, no, we have to go back. So he gave up on capturing the Avatar, and he totally said, nope, we have to
opportunities where
take care of the
he
crew.
actually turns it down. I've noticed, and this is just the beginning of it. Now, this makes me wonder, if he did turn down those opportunities and had other people, like, for this instance, if he had other people go up and save them, and save that person, while also pursuing the Avatar, would he capture the Avatar or not? That's my question. That's what I always think.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask. That's actually really impressive. No,
Hey,
that's
we
good.
can always go to alternate realities together.
I can go into different timelines.
So what do you guys...
Yeah, but I can teleport you anywhere.
But really quick, like, what do you guys think about Zuko now? Do you have a better opinion of him? He seems like he's a good guy, like not a good guy. What do you think?
I know some.
He's getting better.
All right, so we're going to cut that short because the camera just died. But no, that was a really good episode. So I give it 2 thumbs up. What about you guys? Maybe woo, or like 2 hands up because it's so awesome. We're raising the roof here. But no, that was a really good episode.
2 opposable
10 out of 5.
Well, 4 opposable
Nice, 10 out of 5,
thumbs up.
sweet. Yeah, that was good.
For orangutan standards, 4 opposable thumbs up.
4, they're nice. All right, so we'll see you very soon as always. Thank you for watching. Bye. That was funny. Da, 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 da.